Hi, good morning. This is Ron Dazinski. I'm the owner and founder of Beyond PTSD, which is devoted specifically to PTSD and those people who suffer from it, from whatever means. I'd like to talk about an interesting phenomenon, which I thought was only mine, but the more I hear, the more I realize it's something that lots of others who have PTSD seem to have as well. I remember going into my caseworker. This is now years after I was self-treating myself, but I was doing some volunteering work at the VA and wanted to kind of see what was going on. And one of the guys said, "Well, why don't I take some information about you?" And that's when this whole thing actually started in terms of me getting the diagnosis of PTSD, where I'm 100% from the VA. So in any event, I said to him, I'm not sure that I'm the guy that should be here because, it's been 40 years since I did mine or I had mine, and I'm so much better than I was, and I don't know that it's really, I don't know. I don't know whether I'm the right guy for this. But anyway, he convinced me. He said, "Well, you've put in your time. You're the one that donated, a year of your life and actually some more because you did your training and learning and going to school, military schools and things." So I said, "You gave 3 years of your life up, and if in fact you have been affected by this, well, then you deserve to get the benefits." So I reluctantly did this. But what I need to kind of go over is the fact that, when I first got PTSD, didn't know what it was. But I hear this a lot from people that say they sort of were surprised that they had it. And I think I was too. I mean, I didn't know I had it. And, I just something was wrong. I didn't know exactly what it was. But I've had people that are actually said that somebody told me that they thought I had PTSD. And that they were kind of surprised by this. So it's sort of number one, you don't know you have it. And all of a sudden you realize you do have it. And then are you sure? Are you questioning and you're trying to shove it away that you don't have it? And then you get diagnosed that you do have it. And then you're ashamed that you do have it. And you think that others should get treated besides you. So it's like, it's really a very weird thing. It's not like, well, I got this big gaping hole in my shoulder and I know I've got a wound. It's sort of like you just, I can't even describe it to you. It's like if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you probably don't have it. But in any event, I read an article, and I wanted to get this specifically right for you, so I thought the article was really cool. It was, the book was called Night of the Gun, and it's by someone named David Carr, who was a columnist at one of the major newspapers, I think. Well, anyway, his quote was, "I now inhabit a life I don't deserve, but we all walk this earth feeling like we are frauds. The trick is to be grateful and hope the chapter doesn't end soon." So basically, he wasn't talking about PTSD, but basically that he wasn't trained enough to be in his job. I've heard it from my wife, feeling sometimes that she questions, why her? Why does she know more than someone else? Or is she really qualified to provide the kind of guidance that she gives? I've been in situations where I can't believe that I've got the degrees that I've had or the awards that I've had. I always feel like it's, I don't know that I deserve them as much as someone else. And I think the same thing is true with this PTSD. I mean, you just have it, you don't know how to get rid of it, and you keep thinking, well, maybe somebody else has it worse. I never was in a thing where, it's he or I, and let's, stab each other to death. That wasn't the way it happened, but, mine came through observations and learning about things, a few experiences that, screwed me over, and then the thing lasted forever. So it's just a very strange situation, and I'm I'm thinking that there's probably a lot of you that feel the same, and I'd love to hear back from you if that's the case, that you feel like somebody deserves it more. Not deserves the PTSD, but deserves the special treatment that you get because you have PTSD. Maybe that's the best way to put it. So in any event, this is the short one today, I guess, but this is the way you can reach us. And of course, like me if you can. If you don't feel like you want to like me and you want to dislike me, you're certainly welcome to do that. Most importantly, I hope you share us, because it's the sharing that will cause this site to grow and will cause others to want to come and subscribe to the channel. And that's what we want, to have lots of people. And also, if you have any ideas of things that you'd like for me to discuss, this kind of just came out of the blue, and I don't even know why it affected me so much, but I remember this statement, and I've heard it from several other people that said that they think that they didn't have it as bad as someone else, and maybe somebody else should get it besides them. I mean, the special treatment or the help. So in any event, it's good talking with you, and I hope to hear from you. Thanks.